Hi guys, it's Risa. How you doing? So today I'm going to teach you how to make hummus. Who doesn't love hummus? Um, so I won't mention the restaurant's name in Toronto, but I bought some a couple weeks ago, and because I really love it from there. But I usually have it at other people's homes that have served it to me, and I found out, oh my God, when I went to go pay for a little tub. Where's the tub? Hold on. For a little tub and a bag of pita, $15. Okay, I said, no way. I've made hummus in the past, and I don't know, sometimes it's just easier and faster to buy it, right? Well, it is, but it can get very expensive, and really it is a super easy recipe. So I'm going to teach you how I make it now. I've changed it up again because that's what you need to do. You find recipes and things that you like, and it's always great to experiment. So even if you don't like some of the things that I do, you can change it up to how you might want to improve it. I don't know how that's the case, but I'm just kidding. But you can. You might find other ways to make it different that suits your taste buds, because we all have different taste buds. So what you're going to need is, of course, chickpeas. We're going to use half a can because I just made some up so I could show you. And we're going to use 1 cup of chickpeas. You're going to need some cumin. If you don't like cumin, don't put cumin in, but it's only a teaspoon. Again, I play around with things when I'm making it even like the second or third time, because sometimes it comes out different. I don't know how that happens, but you have to taste things and see if you need a little bit more or a little bit less of things, all right? I didn't cut up, I'm going to crush a clove of garlic. So one clove, like a nice sized clove, I'm just going to put it up right close so you can see, is enough, especially for 1 cup. Okay, if you're doing 2 cups, then use 2 cloves. All right, but I'd rather use less and add. That's my key and my tip to people. Even with spices, add a little bit at a time, because if it's overpowering, then you can't change it. And then you have to start adding way more ingredients, okay? Who's ever done that? So it's better to do, I've learned from experience, just add a little bit at a time. You can use whatever olive oil. I'm using a lemon olive oil. It's 3 smart points for a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon we're going to use. And we're going to use 1 teaspoon of PB2. Haha, that's my little secret, with some water to water it, because the hummus needs a lot of usually oil or liquid, okay? So that's how I get away with some liquid. Now, I'm going to use some tahini. I was thinking I could just probably use the PB2, but it has that sesame taste to it, and so I'm only putting 1 tablespoon. Make sure if you buy it, mix it around. It's very, very thick. There's no sugar in it, and it's super delicious. So 1 tablespoon is 3 smart points, okay? So if you double the recipe, obviously 6 smart points. But again, mix it around because it gets very, very chunky on the bottom. And a little pinch of salt and pepper, and I said cumin already. And I took a piece of lemon, and I'm going to squeeze that in. I was thinking maybe you could even add lime, might be really delicious. So, all right, so let's start. 1 cup of chickpeas. I'm putting it in my food processor. If you have like a Bullet or a Ninja, you can use that. I'm going to crush my garlic, and I'm going to put that in. 1 clove of garlic. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. Actually, I'm going to do the tahini. It's very messy, and it's very thick, but it gives such amazing flavor. So 1 tablespoon. So far only 3 smart points. The whole recipe ends up being 6 smart points, unless you double it, of course. Okay. I'm going to use the same tablespoon for my olive oil. If you don't have flavored olive oil, just use regular olive oil, and that's fine too. Now, with the PB2, I put a teaspoon of PB2 powder in, and I'm going to add water to it. Usually I like it as a thick paste, but for this, I want it watery. So I used about, okay, so this is a half a cup. It was about a quarter of a cup of water, okay? Because the chickpeas are very, well, they're thick. And so you want a nice consistency. You want to break it up, okay? And you don't want to use a lot of oil. So by using a little bit more water, that'll help to break it up and make a smooth consistency. Okay, so we're just adding that. And I'm going to squeeze in some lemon. And I'm going to add some cumin. And I said 1 teaspoon. I'm just looking for my teaspoon. Actually, half a teaspoon. Sorry. Half a teaspoon of some cumin. I'm going to put a pinch of salt. And sometimes I add more salt. So about a pinch. Oh, I'll put a little bit more. 2 pinches. And again, like about a pinch of salt. Pepper, sorry. So less than... probably less than, let's see, what's this, about, I'm thinking a quarter teaspoon, okay? That's it. That's the whole recipe. Super easy. And what I like to do is turn it on. Oh my goodness, there. You pulse it initially, and then I just let it go, and I let it go, and I let it go. I like to check it after a little bit, and then I brush down the sides. But you want to get a really nice, smooth texture, okay? You want it creamy, and you want it soft. And it usually takes a good, probably 3 to 4 minutes of it just processing. But just check it. I like to check it. No, I can see that it's very grainy still. Some people like to peel the chickpea, peeling, you know, the skin off, and you can do that too, and that might help it not be so grainy. But if you just let it go and go and go, you'll get a really nice consistency. Let's just check it. No, see, it takes a while, but let's taste it anyways. So I just usually just bring down the sides. Has a fantastic flavor. Okay, so I'm not going to keep going because I wanted to show you that I made it already, but it tastes amazing already. Here it is. It's super thick, like a nice thickness though. And if you want it smoother, you can add a little bit more water to it. If you want more oil in it, you can add more oil, but just account for the smart points if you do Weight Watchers. But I find this to be a great texture, and it's so delicious to eat on its own. I calculated for 1 cup to be about 12 tablespoons. So if it's 6 smart points, so 1 smart point for 2 tablespoons, right? Yeah. So don't ask me to do math, people. And then remember on my other video, my Mama Lupa, but you can use whatever tortillas, and you can make delicious chips. You see that I keep them in a container because I love having chips around. And for about 15 of them, it's only 1 smart point, depending on how small or big you make them, okay? And they're super crispy. You leave them in a container, and then you have delicious treat. You hear the crunch? And that's it. If you want, You can put a little paprika on top to make it look pretty. Put it in a nicer bowl. I just put it in a Tupperware because I'm going to stick it in the fridge. But if you're having company, put it in a pretty bowl. Take a little paprika, pour it on top, and make it look nice and pretty. Okay? Your guests will think that you went to an expensive restaurant, Middle Eastern restaurant, and got the best hummus ever. I hope you love this recipe. Let it keep going. I'm not going to do it right now because I don't want to keep talking so much. So I hope you love this recipe and you subscribe and share and comment. Remember, all my recipes are written under the video. Just click that little tiny arrow on the right side and visit me at Risa's Recipes and Weight Watchers Tips, and tell people to come and subscribe and visit. And that's it, okay? Love you guys. Bye for now.